guarantee it's going to be Sabrosa and his teammate trying to gain some early info.
You know, I like what we're seeing so far, but look at that blind coming out, but it doesn't matter to Sam, who's gonna get the one tap. Now Sabrosa, he's got to back it up. 7 already goes down, can't even TP away, and Sabrosa, he's stuck here, but he's gonna take on the offense instead of just hiding back at elbow. And here's a retake all from that TP, the fastest rotate possible, but in a 2 against 3, how could Corey actually get some headshots out? Looks like Harmful is going to get one, but this is up to Corey, and you know, we've seen this before. You know, it's his turn on the 4K box. It's about how can he try to get these picks and what is he going to do to actually pop off here. He's already gotten 1 and he needs to get 3 more. Make it a 4K, make it a pistol round. And are you going to make it work?
2 members so low. Woo.
I mean, we really gassed him up there, but unfortunately Harmful lives up to that name. Clean headshot for his team. And now, I mean, pistol round. This is the first pistol round we've actually seen the Academy team take.
The first pistol round I've seen the Academy team take, and it's been their pistol rounds every single time. For viewers who didn't watch map 1, Corey with a 1 versus 4 clutch in a pistol round, and then after that, Rossi with a 1 versus 3 clutch, and beautifully played on either side. But in the end, I think if they didn't find those rounds in map 1, it would have been a much closer game. And it finally going over to Academy here. The force is online on their attacker's side, and the momentum rolling their way as we already see Corey trying to take a lot of space outside of A short. But the default playstyle from Academy, this is exactly how they should play. They know that the confidence is flowing through TSM, and they're just trying to deny it with a default approach.
You know, and you're going to want to try to default here, but look at what we have in the hands of Harmful. He's already getting that rifle. So Sabrosa forcing up here, getting himself a sheriff in hand might be the play, but he's joined by his entire team. And every single one of these players is known as the man of the Wild West. They know how to get these one taps with this revolver, but is it going to work? No, it's not, with Rebo getting GMD down, and Sabrosa now it's his turn to try to get a peek, and he is just going to take some damage and try to walk it off. And honestly, as the only person on B, he needs his race to rotate faster, because this is going to be a heavy push coming out from the Academy team here once they have already gotten that pick on Astra.
I like this patient approach though, but Sabrosa just gives it over to him once again as they're just waiting for TSM to hand the picks over, and that's exactly how they need to play. Corey gonna try to do the same thing, but that's just gonna be entry on a B site here.
You know, entry on a B site. Of course, we do have Corey. He's able to get 1, but not 2. Revo getting the trade, and Seven's kind of trying to get some more, but he's already down. And Venture, last man standing for his team to get the 1 tap. And honestly, one thing I gotta hand it to is the TSM Academy team. They were able to just get on site and pretty much clean sweep it. Yes, they lost Rebo, but a 1 for all trade, I'll take that any day.
You take it night and day. The economy's still online, and I love the fact that we see Academy forcing in this situation as Harmfu's still sitting at that flawless mark and be inching towards the no command here soon. And we're going to start to see the difference with that KO being online on a map like Bind, as he actually has so much pressure that can be created just with this knife in hand to really clear out back sight. Bind is one of those maps where you either heavily hold the front line, try to deny entry, or you play back sight hoping to find trades and then play retake. So it's a very back and forth play style depending on the team, and Harmfu is going to have a great, you know, involvement in these actual site takes, but, you know,
never mind.
GMD just going to shut him down.
Yeah, I mean, GMD, he's able to get him gunned down, but the same thing could happen to him at any moment. This is a game where guns are blazing and picks are happening. But Sabrosa, are you ready to get some? Can we see it? No, we can't. Sabrosa getting absolutely demolished by ZK, joined by his teammate Corey. And now the spike goes down, and we're seeing a completely different team than we saw on the first half of course, Haven. I mean, this Academy team, they are here, and they are kind of doing it up right now.
Yes, they are. Ross, you're going to go for this re-entry. They still have an opportunity to find this win. It all comes down to individuals popping off, and we know that TSM can do it, but what a great close hold by Academy.
I mean, Sim, he has been doing such a clean job. But look at this, just aggressive. Hold that W key, get that spray down, hold the left click, but can you get 2 more? You're going to jump right into it, and somehow he pulls off another kill. Wow, what a play.
If he would have found that clutch, you might as well just say GG, great series, we'll go to lowers bracket. Oh my goodness, the fact that it was even that close just blew my mind, but I do want to bring up the fact that Academy played this 3 versus 2 as beautifully as they possibly could. They held each other's hands, and that was the successor of TSM in game 1, and now they're learning from their big brother. They're saying, hey, we saw what you did, we saw that it was successful, and we're going to do it for ourselves. That's going to lead them to a point where a bonus round going to TSM Academy here. Everything online. It's going to be TSM main in a position where there's just basically sheriffs in hand, except for Rossi with that stinger. And they're just sort of learning how to deny the space that Academy is taking, which I think is going to be a learning curve with maybe binding a map that the main team isn't prepared for.
You know, this main team definitely not prepared for what we're seeing from Sim. I mean, he is popping off, and now GMD, he needs to try to get that trade, and unfortunately, missing that sheriff shot, taking a little bit of nade damage. He's just getting backed up farther and farther, but there we go, Corey getting the pick on a Sim, and now he wants to get some more, but honestly, these attackers, I don't think they're going to give it to them. They're going to use a flashbang, make some noise, make some rotates, and A site completely empty. It's just about how can they move fast and get on that site, plant the bomb, set a timer for whether or not they're going to win or lose.
This is the beautiful part about Bind, and we just saw it in our previous matchup with Sonics versus City Boys. I love attacking teams who take advantage of that TP when it's given to them. It's a very creative play, and it forces so many different retake styles, and because they found that orb over on the B side, that's the Viper pit down, making this even more difficult for TSM.A.
What a shot from Sabrosa, taking out Harmful, but here's the thing, we still have this ultimate going down, and it's such an early ultimate to have here on round 4. Corey, he's on top of this truck. He wants to see if anybody's going to try to peek him, but with ZK getting all of these shots off, he's not giving up yet. What a beautiful transfer, but unfortunately, Corey is going to be the guy to finally shut him down, but the Viper, he's still alive, but he's just going to be gone so long that it's just going to fall, and so does Corey.
So does Corey. Rebo able to come out on top, and it comes down to the intuition for him to take that orb. After the information was gained on the B site, they lost a member, they went for the rotation, and his ultimate perseveres to find Academy their 4th round win in a row. This is a statement game for them. We talked about the analyst desk. TSM is here to make a statement, but the Academy team is here as well to do the exact same thing. The difference here now, though, Edu, is 7 has the operator online, which could be a game changer for them on the defender side. If he starts farming kills his direction, gets that ball rolling, it could just be it for them on defense. It's what they're looking for.
You know, I mean, it's what they're looking for, but I love that util coming out, and here we go. It's going to be the ultimate on the showstopper, and it's not going to connect to anything. Sim, though, barely able to do a little bit of damage onto that Sky, and nice ult there, ZK. Really worked out for you with a beautiful shot from GMD, shutting him out, and now Rossi, he's able to get some more for him, but can he do it? He cannot. Beautifully played, and there's the TP coming out, making some space, making some picks, and now we got Harmfu. Last alive, but last to fall to Corey. Great round so far from the main roster. That's actually going to be the first round they take.
First round that they take, and it was a dominant one at that. I will throw it on the replay. It seemed that Academy was the death of themselves there. They tried to move quicker, and their feet couldn't follow, as even the showstopper going to come out here. And I don't mean to make fun of it, but Sim hitting a Rosa ult on Sabrosa right as he takes him down, and then the TP from ZK. Everything was just, you know, it looked like Academy bit themselves in the leg in that round, and it's what's going to lead TSM to find a little bit of momentum their way. The economy now completely flips sides due to the fact that the round previous was a close one. We're actually going to see Academy on a full eco as they quickly move over towards this A site.
Sabrosa able to get one, but Sim immediately trading him out. Beautifully played by these players, but Rossi, he's in his ultimate, and Harmfu, he does not know where this Viper could be. It's a risk that they're not willing to take. They don't want to push in, and Rossi makes that very clear by taking out Rebo. But one thing about it is Rebo might be down, but the re-hit is coming in, and he doesn't care. Walk into this ult at your own discretion. It's a Viper pit because it's absolutely where you're going to get bit. Can we see what Harmful can do now? Live up to your name in a 1-against-4 against the main roster? It's a risk, and you got a Vandal, so let's see if you can do it. Only 5 bullets. He doesn't want to reload quite yet.
If he could somehow be in a world where he takes down 7 on this B site and pulls an ultimate away from TSM, you take that as a successful eco every single day. But it all comes down to this fight. Is 7 still sitting at 0 kills at the moment? He needs to get that ball rolling, and Harmfu might give it to him. That's also a risky play, as especially in operators, it feels like once you find that first kill, the other ones begin to funnel their way through, and 7 with a great shot is able to find his first one on the board, and I guarantee in this round here, Edu, we're going to see many more to follow. I would like to say the B-side hits from Academy are very, very good. and they're just expecting 7 to be outside of long with that operator in hand, but they just revealed, hey, he's been on A site with that op 2 rounds in a row, and they might just get the perfect timing, all their chips on black as TSM is stacking heavily towards that B site, and it's looking like that's exactly where Academy wants to go. They do have the null command available, but regardless for TSM, it's GMD with that divide, and Corey with the showstopper.
You know, they do have a lot of ultimates here to try to split off these attackers, but one ultimate that always shuts people down is, of course, the null command. And if we could see that get popped outside of Sim getting popped by the op, that's what we like to see. But, I mean, you still have a possibility for these attackers. But the fact is, that's 7 with an op. And he's going to just wallbang Venture. Beautifully played. Sabrosa swinging out, getting himself one, a little bit of damage on the other. Can he do it again? He can. Sky on this map. Zichi's favorite character, my favorite character, my main. And there's the nade onto Venture, leaving only ZK the last alive in a 1 against 5. Can he be that guy against them? I mean, he's got the Vandal here, Zichi, and the Spike, but he has to push. He's got to push. I mean,
yeah.
There's no money, though. I mean,
he's going to have to save here. He's going to have to do his best to save because we already see Sabrosa and his teammate already on the hunt, and they have to expect exactly where he's at. Sabrosa knows the intuition's there. This is thousands and thousands of hours in this game paying off, and I guarantee he's going to check this close outside, find the kill, the flawless round for TSM. And what did I say previously, Edu? The second we see Harmfu begin to, I apologize, 7 begin to find that first kill, it's going to funnel in afterwards. A great pick to find the entry onto Sim. And then not only that, he just somehow finds this perfect wallbang onto Venture. Yes, in the end, he had the info. It was a, you know, anticipated peak. He was doing it quite consistently, trying to destroy that tripwire. But he's hot now, sitting at 2 and 4, and I guarantee he ends this half at this time with economy flowing his way. Tour de Force about to be there, and he could buy an op for the next 3 rounds with it. He's going to triple his scoreline here in 4 rounds. This is going to be the entry over towards this B side.
I love that util usage to put him back, and, you know, even more, trying to double it down. The showstopper going nowhere. I mean, what show can you stop if you're not going to hit it with Corey? That's where you want to hit. Beautiful spray down on a Harmful, but Venture with the trade. Corey tries to get more, but that's going to be ZK. He's got the picks, and now it's a 3 against 3, and A site is where they want to hit. But Rebo, he's been lurking in B, making sure that these defenders don't rotate yet, and if it's going to be a 2 against 1, I think, honestly, that these attackers might take this A site, especially now that they've been armed, and now they are even more dangerous. With Sim, he's got that Vandal. Of course, we have the Omen rocking another Vandal. And Rebo, he's still been lurking. He hasn't gotten himself a gun, but who needs a weapon when you are the weapon? Let's see this rotate over to A. Are they going to want to re-hit this in time?
The smokes are online, but I think they were just a little bit too early. By the time they actually get onto site, Rossi is going to have the information revealed, and they have to still get through GMD. It was too slow of an approach. He's going to just be able to farm, but it will be traded out.
Wow, what a shot. The long range coming out from Rossi, able to get Sim down. Now it's just going to be Rebo. And yes, he's a Viper. He has the advantage of his utility and the spike being down, but against another Viper who's in heaven, can he actually clutch up here? We already know there's one pushing his shower. He's got to get the timing down, but these guys, they are TSM main roster, and they are terrifying to play against. Can we see him actually calm, cool, and collected one-tap this man? We're going to see a little bit of a leg shot, and that's going to be the ultimate, backing up the bomb. But only 5 bullets. He can't reload. It's too risky, but he's got util to dump right on him, and 7's taking so much damage. But he doesn't want to try to re-hit this. He is going to tap the bomb, try to bait this man out. But honestly, Rebo's just going to spray right through it. It's going to be a clutch from the Academy team onto the main roster.
The Academy teams reign on top. I've said it from the beginning of the Premiership, and I'll say it again today. A great round from Rebo. And I said it at the beginning of the game, Edu. Rebo is just realistically having moments that are putting them on top. Finding that ultimate for the second time, leading Academy to another round win. The economy is going to be evened out here. And the coach of Academy, Inox, coming in with the timeout, he's expecting this team to do better on their map choice, because I think that round had a lot of things that needed to be cleaned up, and we're seeing the fact that TSM found a couple of rounds to go their way, the spread from Academy. They're getting caught out as individuals, and they're not necessarily, you know, using that terminology that I say, holding hands. They're not playing together and playing off of each other, and now it's TSM doing the same thing on their retakes. They're playing off of each other. Coordination is to a T, and now they're coming into this next round with economy not only for this one, but the next afterwards, even if they lose. Sabrosa has the Seekers online, GMD with the Divide, and 7, still the Operators flowing through. It's not going to stop anytime soon, as he even has the Tour de Force to bring into the next round. I want to see some creative plays here from Academy. Andrew, I don't know about you.
You know, I think Academy's had really nice plays in the late game of the rounds when the spike is down. Their post plant, beautiful. But their early game, they are just waiting to die. They allow the defense to push them so aggressive, and the last time they tried to be aggressive, it ended in a flawless round for the main roster. So really what you can have to have is a KO, pop his ultimate, and everybody run it down as a team. Nothing too fancy, just aim duel after aim duel and winning those. But can we see that happen with Harmful? He's already ready to go, but Corey's right through the smoke, able to get one. Check your corners. There's Venture getting one, and Corey's gonna gun them all down. There we go. Rebo finally getting one. But again, these players are not that good at getting the offense. And look at that. It's just going to be a one-tap GMD trying to get himself a secured kill, stealing it from Corey, and ZK. He's able to play, getting himself another, but in a 1-against-1, using his ultimate. But look at that. The Chamber, he didn't stutter at all. 7 knows how to read this, and he knows how to play this. Can he actually clutch up, though? He's going to have to do it with an op, a headhunter, and a classic. He might be able to find a gun, but that gives away his position, ZG.
Does give away his position, but I think he gets the timing regardless.
Wow. I mean, it's timing, man. And you're asking me, what do they need to do different? And it's just they need to have the offense work out in their favor. And if they're going to get mowed through smokes, they're going to get mowed through smokes.
I will say, what a beautiful hold from TSM originally. The fact that they allowed a couple of members to sneak in, Sabrosa going for that left side peek, allowed ZK to get to back sight, make his way all the way over, and even get to this potential clutch position. But that's just a big brain from 7 when it comes down to it. The TP came out. He instantly was probably calmed. Hey, ZK has his TP available. Stay outside of spawn. And he instantly called the bluff. I would have loved to see the TP onto the B site, really throw him for a ring, to be honest. But regardless, that comes down to, I don't want to say timing, just a very smart play from 7 to guess exactly what was happening. Is Rossi going to gain some information early over on this B side? And 7 going to be forced to TP away. A lot of pressure from Academy and a pick going their way.
Rossi did just go down, but look at all the damage we're seeing from Harmful. That means that Sabrosa, you're the last here, and I love this from Rob, but Rebo, he's gonna get the pick onto Rossi, and what a pick from Sim on a Corey. I mean, these guys one at a time. I mean, I think B's just their site. Stop going A, everybody. It doesn't work out. Go to B and be the best player you can be.
Academy able to solidify themselves a minimum of that 6-6 stalemate. And what you just said, Edu, I said at the beginning of the game, I think I said it 5 rounds in, if not 4, that the B site hit from Academy was actually really good, and their rotation takes were also really good. Whenever they show that original pressure on the A site, it feels like it's their demise because TSM holds their crosses too well. The A site on Bind, if you're defending it, comes down to how well you could play off of your teammate, and it's difficult to push through somebody like Corey, somebody like Sabrosa holding it down, and they're going to be funneling their attention right back over to B as 7 and Rebo going to exchange kills on either side.
You know, Sabrosa going down, that is a big pick because he's been consistent at getting the 1-for-1s and making sure that he can pick off some people. But with 7 having that Tour de Force, he can pick up where Sabrosa has left off. And now he's going to do it almost again, but he whiffs it against Venture. Clean shot coming out from the Phantom, taking down 7. And now we're seeing the Academy team in a great position yet again, but this time they're going towards A. This is GMD and Corey's playground. But can we see it happen with the Nightmarish pushing forward? A little bit of util. You know, the Nightmarish is supposed to scare you, but GMD is not scared. He's anchoring this down, making sure if you want to push me, I got my crosshair right on your face, and so does Rossi on a Harmfu. Beautiful pick, but this is what we like to see. A little bit more aggression coming out from the Academy team, but it's aggression into these players who hit their shots. In GMD, you got to anchor this. You got to get one, but can you get the final blow onto Venture?
No charges.
Let's see this happen. I mean, the spike is down. Both of them over by short. They're baiting it out, but that's going to be one pick for Venture. Can it be enough onto GMD? And it is another clutch from the Academy team.
Another clutch from the Academy team. Another clutch from Venture. We've seen him do it the whole season. He's doing it in playoffs. He wants to find that 8-4 half, and they just set themselves up for it. As TSM, yes, the ultimates are online, but the momentum is in Academy's hands. Momentum is a deadly thing in tactical shooters, and I don't think they're going to let go of it anytime soon. Rebo does have the Viper Spit available. It's the only ultimate that will be online for Academy going into this next round. So I'd like to think they're going to try to get on site as fast as they can and utilize that ultimate, which has showcased every single time that ultimate has been placed. I believe it has been an Academy round win. They have to do with all the utility available for TSM. The Viper Pit for themselves that just went down over on this A side. But meanwhile, Academy heavily pushing towards B. Sabrosa trying to gain a little bit of info. The Seekers are online, so things are setting up nicely for them.
You know, setting up nicely for them. We do have Sabrosa here. He's been the garden player, and like a garden, he's going to be someone who loves plants, someone like Sky. He's got his ultimate available, but that's a full blind, and there goes Sim, gunning him down in 7. He's got himself the op, and that's going to take out Harmfu, but with Corey, his ultimate is still up and ready. Is he going to try to connect it? It is not going to connect to anything. Yet another ult that has not really connected, but it did scare these players away from B onto that A portal. Now GMD, this flank coming around from him could be crucial. He does not know where these enemies quite are, but 7, a beautiful shot with that operator. Rebo popping his Viper Pit for the 5th time this game. Can he try to hold it down though? And right now, of course, the flanks from the defense isn't going to connect to anything because of this ultimate, and Corey's got to get lucky here, but unfortunately the spike will still go down. And now, let's see, what can Rossi do? He's a Viper. He should know where a Viper might sit, but can he get the pick onto ZK? Walking through his own molly, taking a headshot while Venture gets a trade onto Corey, and it's all over to the Academy team. They're actually taking advantage of 8-4 at the half beautifully.
Finding themselves a 4-round lead to play around with is monumental. If they win this pistol round here, Edu, it might be the game. We might be going to map 3 for the Academy versus Main, and it all comes down to their map choice of Bind. How well can they play around on defense? And I think their composition is set up beautifully for it. But at the same time, looking at TSM Main, having Sabrosa on an agent like Sky, there's just so much information to be gained on a site hit, and throw those deep flashes back site while GMD smokes off certain corridors. It makes site hits unbelievably good if the coordination is there, and I'm guessing we're going to see it here momentarily as they're going right to that A site with only 2 members of Academy in the area, but it will be a lot of utility at hand. Rebo and Venture, a lot of stall in front of them, but how much can they stall is the question. Is an already fast-paced push not going to come through? It's TSM going for the slow approach, but a lot of info gained outside of B.
You know, here's what we like to see from Sabrosa. Getting that info, stunning one, but unfortunately it does not bite down, doesn't do the 30 damage. But Sabrosa, that counter play, able to get himself 1, and here we go, 7. There's a trade, but ZK immediately taking down Rossi. The controller's now gone. And these attackers here, they only have the Astra Stars to work with. I love the meta of the double controller, but right now, they're just getting gunned down. There's just more people to click on heads for. And Sim, he's ready for 7 here, but that is a jumping classic, and he's going to survive the nade, forcing this man out, and he's not going to be able to get the trade, leaving only GMD stuck on a site. The nade post-mortem gets 1, and GMD, he's able to get 1, 3 bullets remaining, but he can't get it. Now, it's going to be Corey versus Rebo. These two have both been insane clutch kings, and it's going to be Corey who takes it down in that 1-against-1. Beautifully played by the attacker at the end.
I just want to bring up this replay specifically. This is a free gun, ladies and gentlemen. This classic coming up big, not once, but twice for TSM Main. 7 able to find 1. Corey takes the TP with a shorty in hand due to ZK's earlier fight. It's a free kill because he was sitting at 1 shot, the double right click, and TSM comes through with another pistol round clutch. That is massive for them. If they're going to find the 2-0 sweep, continue their flawless MCT Premiership season, it needed to be a pistol round like that, as 7 going to be coming in here with just that Headhunter in hand. The force is going to come through, but honestly, it's just Corey and GMD who's really forcing out in this situation. TSM is playing a risky game, thinking that with not a full force, they're going to be able to take down Academy on this attacking side.
You know, trying to take down Academy here. We do have Corey up in the front of Hookah. 7. He's looking to see if he can headhunt somebody with his headhunter, but with 3 people to his close left and 4 bullets, it might just happen if he wants to peek up, but he's only able to get nothing before gunned down. Corey finally opening it up. He's gonna get the pick, and now this is all up to Venture. Unfortunately, Corey and GMD are those people who get the picks, but now Venture is alone. He's got no armor. He's only having a classic in hand, and GMD GMD's just gonna plant the spike, say, come here, Venture, try to battle us, try to battle the older brother team, and Rossi's gonna say, bet, headshot down, and beautifully played. Again, the main roster, once the switch happens, they just absolutely shut down any hope this academy has.
They're so good on attack, and it comes down to their coordination. The utility is put down perfectly. Yes, a great attempt by Academy. I love the fact that they try to take the fight to TSM outside of long. And in the end, I would normally say that's a super successful eco. You took down 3 members with you, but TSM only forced out 2 guns, and they're bringing those 2 guns right back into this next round in 7 with a round 3 op on the attacker's side. You know how much confidence you need in this man to come in for a round 3 op on attack, as he just knows he's going to find this entry pick that his team needs, as Harmfu gains a lot of information early due to that KO coming into mix once again.
You know, KO coming in here, Harmful, he's been trying his best to keep his team up, but unfortunately the dog is gonna save this man, Corey, and get himself some picks. Beautifully played by the Rays, but I need to ask, where is Venture going right now? He's looking for any damage dealt, and I don't even think that he knows. There's Rossi just around the corner reloading, so obviously that's going to be a pick down, and I mean, it's going to be a 2 against 5 for the retake, and we know how good the post-plant scenario is for TSM main roster. Can we see TSM FDX actually get some picks and make sure these guys can't save their guns? But how they like to play this, and consistently so far in all of the series, has been after the bomb gets planted, sit tight, wait for it to go kaboom. It's behind, they TP away anyways. It's just what you kind of have to do, and that means that Rebo and ZK get free saved weapons.
You're completely right. A smart save for Academy, though, and to a certain extent, even a smarter play from TSM not to push in this position. They're playing a long-term economy game. They know that they came into this half of the 4-round deficit, and that's now a bonus round dominantly going their way. The ultimate stacking their direction is Corey about to have that showstopper. GMD 2 away from the divide. Those are major ultimates on attack. Have Corey enter you in through hookah with that showstopper and set yourself up for post-plant with the divide. Everything's stacking their way. If they win this round, which they most likely should, as it's only those 2 rifles coming out for ZK and Rebo, then they have that exact same setup in their head going into the next. It all comes down to, once again, I want to say creative plays for Academy. When you're playing against these top-end teams, you need to throw something at them that they haven't seen before, because this is thousands and thousands of hours coming into play, as they just know every single time they know. Sabrosa knows that he's going to be right here. Does he check the corner? Ignore everything that I'm saying. He had no idea he was there.
You know, fundamentals 101. Do you check a corner? Yes or no? Sabrosa checked the no to the check mark, and his head got checked with a bullet. But what are we going to see from Sim? He's already gotten himself 1 for free. Can he get some more here? And a weapon. 7, though. An aggressive attack-sided operator. This could be what they need if he is going to be as consistent as he has been. Can we see what Rossi is going to do? He's being a little bit aggro. He's going to get harmful, and that is the operator on attack, hitting the shot that it needs to hear. But can we see with Corey, he's in a beautiful position, but is he going to get timing? He is not. He's going to be the timing. The time, the Reaper is called, and there we go. Rebo getting the shot onto 7. The op now down. It's him, though, and, you know, Rebo, he's been the kind of guy to clutch these, and against Corey, this is a battle of titans. Who can really keep this game? Are you going to lead the advantage down, or is it going to be a little bit of a new tied game?
As soon as GMD finds the info here, I think Corey just pops ult. I don't think they risk it in this situation unless GMD finds the frag, and Corey goes down because of it.
I mean, Corey going down there, that has opened the door for maybe a clutch, and it's gonna happen. Oh, I mean, you know, 2 rounds ago, what did we say? We said, hey, TSM, they know how to play post plant, and they know how to be not aggro. And then Sabrosa doesn't check a corner, and then 2 people peek him, one after another, and an op is now in the hands of this defensive team.
That's a massive pickup for them. Rebo is that guy, and it feels like he always has been this guy throughout the series, especially on Bind. That's his 3rd or 4th clutch moment to keep Academy's life rolling. It's just a little bit of life that goes a long way in a situation where they haven't found a single win on their defender side. To come out with the win without burning any major ultimates along the way and an op in hand, this is a big momentum swing for Academy. I would love to see them use this operator. It is going to go on Harmfu, as they don't really have that chamber to play around with. You're not going to throw the op on Sim. So he needs to find, you know, a big frag here to defend that B site, as we see a lot of pressure actually spread throughout this map for TSM main. No information being gained by Sabrosas. The Viper pick goes down outside of showers. It's just going to force them to back away once again.
Oh, but back away is not what they want to do. They want to get Venture for free. And yes, Rebo, he needs to get the trade off for his teammate, but the problem is they're out of his ultimate. They don't know where he is, and they're healing up from that decay. And Rebo, he's not going to get a lucky spray. Can we see a little bit of a rotate onto A? Let's find out with, of course, we got KO on Heaven. He's looking to see anything, and the info with Corey coming in. The op, though, doing some damage, and beautifully just tracks Rebo right through that smoke. The operator not great in the hands of Harmful on KO. He can't TP away, and Sim, he's got to try to do this. He's got his Omen with him. They, of course, still have 6 seconds till they can even use the smoke. They have the TPs, and it's just 2 against 4, and they can try their best to win it. I like this. It's very slow. They're doing it together, but GMD, he's just anchoring down, and he's not able to get the spray, but Corey, he's there for it, and that is, again, attackers taking another round, but this game is so much closer than I expected it to be.
This whole series is closer than I expected it to be. Like I said, even on map 1, it wasn't the 13-5 or 13-6 like it showed. That was a much closer game in the end of it. We're truly seeing the potential of this Academy roster in this situation. See members like Sim with the showstopper available, ZK with the TP, and Venture with the Nightfall, Harmful 2 away from the null command. Everything is stacking towards TSM to find the next 2 rounds to a certain extent. Yes, they're going on an eco, so we most likely won't see these ultimates pulled, but this is a long-term game. At this point, we might even see an overtime here, Edu, as everything is stacking that direction. Rossi about to have the Viper's Pit once again, GMD with the Divide, 7 with the Tour de Force. Things are quite even all the way around. I will just say, if it wasn't Corey absolutely popping off on Raze at the moment, he is just a demon on this map, finding frags that I never would have expected. I think Academy runs away with this game.
You know, Academy might take this game, and going into a game 3, that's already proving yourself enough. I mean, the Academy team, yes, amazing, but this is against the main roster. The guys, it's like an exclusive club. It's hard to get into, but if you can say, I don't need your club, our Cool Kids club is way stronger, that's just kind of a flex, and I gotta hand it to these guys. They're absolutely popping off, and very much so. Rebo, congratulations on keeping your team in the game. You have single-handedly clutched, what, 4 rounds now? That is just more than most can even say against a regular ranked game, not against TSM main. But let's see if these guys want to try to push in. Rossi, unfortunately, he's going to get shut down here. He cannot use any util. And 7, he's got the Tour de Force. He says, let's play, let's play. Who is going to try to play with him today? I like ZK, though. He's anchoring this back.
Look at this flank that's coming out for Academy at the moment. ZK!
What? I mean, he gets 7 down beautifully, but that's an ultimate away and Harmful. He needs to get 1, but he can't against Sabrosa. That's a pick, but look at the flank. They smoked off the trip, and this is where the Academy team, they are looking good. They might have the advantage, the surprise attack coming out here.
I will say with this eco, it makes it so difficult on this flank. It needed to move quicker, and due to the fact that they found the pick onto 7, the tripwire is destroyed. You just need to run. Venture's still going to be able to pick up 1, though.
No, Venture getting that 1 with just a classic. Here we go. That's a swing from Rossi, taking out Rebo. And there we have it. The showstopper stops Sabrosa. That is ironic with now GMD trying to find himself 2 here that are rushing in. And he gets 1, but he can't get 2. Sim is on it, but only with 1 HP. And Rossi, he's looking for him. He's hunting. He's a shark in the water. But Sim is the better player. From behind, he gets it. But that is going to be the bomb going down. And unfortunately, I don't even know if he can TP out in time. And he barely makes it.
He does get the save, but in the end, TSM main gets the round, ties the game up 9-9, and they burned every ultimate along the way. It's only ZK with that TP, and realistically, it's not a big enough ultimate to have any sort of impact in these rounds. That's unfortunate. All of the chips put into that basket for Academy to find that win. Sim ends up barely not able to clutch it out. Beautifully played in the end by Rossi to just sort of play time to a certain extent. He needed a check to make sure it wasn't just a full stick the entire way, but in the end, time is your best friend. The TSM played it beautifully. We do see a little bit more of an aggressive approach coming out for Academy as 7, I believe, gains some info here and opens up, hey, maybe we should just go for this A site, and the Divide gets popped.
I like what we're seeing from Corey. He's getting in there. And, you know, it's funny. We've actually seen the Academy teams try a similar strategy, but not against Corey. He's going to take out Venture and secure himself a better weapon. But with the attackers now on site, they did have to use the Astral Divide to really split it up. And ZK, I think, has not been spotted yet unless 7 is waiting for him to fully peek it. And let's see, can ZK get himself 1? Can he get 2? There we go. Beautifully timed by Sim onto Corey. No more using your nades today. Now a beautiful peek from ZK, but 7, he's ready to get the re-peek, and he doesn't know where his teammate died from, but ZK teleports right onto the site, and 7's gonna get 2 for free. Can he get another one? He can. What was the Omen doing there?
That's the second time we've seen that TP become the death of the Academy team. So unfortunate. Yes, it wasn't the ultimate, but it's still the same thing. ZK was in such a cheeky spot, and all he had to do was wait patiently, be that last man back, and he decided to go on the aggress. What a round from 7. We need to talk about it. What a play for even the first pick, is able to find 1, instantly transfer into the second, then he just gets the 3rd right afterwards, finds himself the Phantom, finishes it off, and clutches to find double digits for TSM FTX. All the momentum back in their hands, the eco for Academy, barely any ultimates online, it's just the no command, and it's going to be a heavy B-side hit.
Heavy B-side hit is actually going to cause Harmfu to get gunned down. Sim trading it out for Corey, getting his teammate a weapon here. Beautifully played, but the swing, it's not going to be enough against Rossi, who is able to shut him down. And now it's just a 4 against 3, and these defenders, they're pushed back, and attackers, they finally have the advantage here. But oh, so close from Rebo. Almost had it there, but now what can we see with Rossi on that flank the entire time, looking for something, but can he get timing by, of course, Venture, who is just slowly pushing behind. He's going to give it up, and that's going to give away his position. Rossi immediately there for the trade. ZK last alive. Can he get the pick? And he is going to get the player down. He needs to get 3 more, and there's no point in saving. You just got to go, but that's Sabrosa on Sky. Flashbang out, but he bunny hops around the corner looking for another, but it's just going to be a nice click on the head for Sabrosa for himself.
Sabrosa able to finish it off, and the economy is stacked perfectly for TSM long-term in this game here, Edu. Not only the economy, but look at those ults. It's just one round after the next, and it will just continue to be their game. Especially towards the end, I will say the fact that Academy is in a position where they have the null command available to maybe defend this site. He is going to be over on that B site. They need to play retake to a certain extent because they have gone for that aggressive approach and has become the death of them. We're not consistently seeing them frag out like we were at the beginning of the game. So a retake comp, a retake playstyle is going to be necessary, and they're already going for the aggressive push-up outside of showers here. Meanwhile, TSM going back to that passive approach, just expecting Academy to funnel those kills their way.
Yeah, I mean, you got to try to funnel some kills for them, but I mean, is the Academy team really going to want to push this? Every time they have, they've been getting absolutely diffed by the main roster, and Sim, he's ready to go for it, and that's going to be a clean pick, taking out one of the 2 controllers, but there's still an Astra that wants to find some space. He's all the way over on B. They're looking for some picks, and Harmful, every time he's got an aggressive long, he is the first to go down on his team, and that's going to be a heal to Sabrosa, the power of Sky, and now B site looks to be their object of attraction. We do see the dog going in, info gathering coming forward, but can Sabrosa actually find anything? Looks like he's not going to spot anyone. Sim, he's got himself, of course, the showstopper, but with only about 3 seconds, he's got to shoot it off, and it's not going to connect. Can we see him do it against 7, though? That, of course, is going to be the operator that he's been holding onto for so long. Sabrosa now pushing forward, checking no corners, but who needs to check corners when GMD's got your back, getting the trade one after another. 7 inside a garden, looking for some picks here, and now Corey, he wants to get in here. He needs to find out if he can get another pick to allow 7 to maybe snipe the bomb, but of course 7, he has his TP. He's just gonna walk right off the site with 15 seconds. Corey getting 1, popping his ultimate, looking for some more, and I think he's just gonna shoot it off, looking to do some damage, but this is spiked down inside a tube. The ultimate not connecting for either raises this round. 7, he's at 49 HP. He's waiting for this Omen, but is it gonna be a peek? He's gonna whip a shot, and Rebo taking this opportunity to now try to go for the retake here, finding if he can spot 7 in time, but using this util is gonna give away his position. There we go.
Such a
We're gonna see
patient
if
push.
7's gonna peek it. Just go for the wall bang with 7. That's going to be a wall bang coming out from Rebo. Corey, last man standing. He's going to get 1, but he needs to get 2. Can he find him? The spike is getting defused, and there we go. Clean shot, but the nade not enough. It is going to be a very close defuse here.
Oh, he finds it every single time here, Edu. He finds that. What a play from ZK, even pulling the original op shot. I have to bring it up on the replay. I'm sorry, 7. But if you hit this shot, that's your round. That's match point for TSM. You just brought all the life right back into Academy's hands. Rebo with a beautiful play, able to find the pick onto 7 with the information gain, the wall bang, and then Corey, a little bit of mistiming with that nade. In the end, it's just a beautiful play that came out from ZK. He made up for the TP mistake earlier, and they're going to have all that economy back online. Harmfu's actually picking up an op here. Did transfer back over into his hands, which we didn't see it pay off the first time it went there, but this is an op player. He got thrown into an agent like KO on a map where Chamber is extremely viable still. So I would like to see him go for a little bit more of an aggressive peek, but due to the fact that he doesn't have that escape button, he's just going to be forced towards any backside. He finds a pick onto Corey here, Edu.
That was such a vital pick, but look at this. It's a one-way smoke from the Viper, and they know that. And Rebo, he wants them to try to peek him, but one thing, Toxin's low. It's time a tick, and can he get a pick today with them now trying to push guard and Sabrosa? He's already used his dog. He didn't get too much information, but here we have the wall dividing these players up and saying, you guys can get that half of the site. Let's see if Rebo is ready to re-hit this onto 7. He spots the foot, and he goes for the spray, but it's not going to connect today. And 7, he wants to get himself another pick, but that's going to be more suppression, shutting down everybody in Garden. Harmful. I love the operator position he's in. He just has to find 7. And 7, this is Op v Op, but Rossi, he's got him from behind inside of top. There's going to be 7 getting a clean shot off. And now this is where the main roster really shines. But that is Rossi getting another one down. Last man alive, ZK. And he's also going to be the last to die.
Everything was stacking their direction. I genuinely think if we see Rebo find that pick with the one-way smoke, that's a round for Academy. Not only are we at match point here in game 2, but there's no economy online for Academy at the moment here. It's unfortunate down the line. ZK has that TP available. Venture with the Nightfall. Rebo 1 away from the Viper's Pit. So there's massive potential going into this round. Is Rebo going to force out with the Spectre? 7 with the op in hand for the hands of TSM.A. Rossi with Viper's Pit for himself, and they're just going to be going right back to that B-side. They found success here, Edu, and they're not going to let it go. Sabrosa already trying to create the momentum with a very fast information gathering outside of long.
You know, you got to gather that info, but you also got to gather some damage dealt, and that's going to actually TP you away. The Viper all the way back to A. That is a crucial idea, but it does keep him alive a little bit longer. Corey here, now that there is no Viper on site, you're going to want to start blast backing your way into this position. But right now, TSM.A, they're looking clean. They're looking great with Harmful. He's stuck behind. He's actually going to get himself 1 with Venture getting 2. That is what we like to see. And Sabrosa, he's shutting it down, and now it is just going to be an eco round retake against the TSM main academy. Rebo, though, he's had his ultimate. It's been crucial in clutching rounds before, but now that they know where he is, they might just gun him down, run it down. And there is Sim getting himself Sabrosa, but all the util. Can we find a pick? We can't with GMD shutting you down. It's the last man standing. Rebo is getting 1. It's a 1 against 1. Viper versus Viper. Who is going to come out on top? With Rossi, the timing, the game 2 ending, and TSM takes it. And that's right, it's a win for either TSM. What a game. TSM main roster shutting away Academy.